I had a close call at work today. We had this big luncheon for new hires and someone's retirement party. And we are doing all the, trust fall type stuff where we go around the room. People talk about themselves. I was very tempted to talk about my YouTube and stuff because we all had to say what we do outside of work. The YouTube thing, the van life thing, the work, 3 different worlds I try to keep separated as much as possible for as long as possible. I don't hide my van life. I do hide my YouTube from my coworkers. I just don't want to open that can of worms. I work in this alley. Well, I work on the street. I walk through this alley right here. I just noticed this for the first time. There's a placard here. Only one of the pilgrims who landed in Plymouth ever made it to Boston, and she came and died right here. Also in this alley I walk home from is Commonwealth Books. I think one of the oldest bookstores, if not the oldest bookstore in America, in this alley right here. And up here, this building at the end of the street, now, Chipotle? This was a printing press where Benjamin Franklin worked. Anyway, it's a beautiful summer day. I think I'm gonna walk back to my van, a 13-mile walk from downtown Boston. It'll be good cardio and give me an opportunity to get inside my own head a little. Think about what I should do when all these worlds invariably collide. Green sriracha sauce is nowhere near as good as the red stuff. Now I know. I picked some up on my long walk back to the van last night from a Trader Joe's, and like I said, I thought a lot about my van life, my YouTube life, and my work life. 3 different realms which occupy all of my time and kind of support each other, but I don't like when they mix. I'll give you some examples. At work today with the people, well, this was yesterday, with the people I work with, I just want to talk about work. I know they're trying to have small talk and stuff, but it's the same as when I'm hanging out with other van dwellers, which happens from time to time. I just want to talk about van life stuff, experience and stuff. I don't want to talk with van dwellers about YouTube or The Office. And last but not least, when I'm hanging out with other YouTubers, which I've done a couple of times, always fun. We all just chat about YouTube stuff, YouTube analytics, shenanigans, stuff like that. But it's when a YouTuber asks me to talk about, the van, or another van dweller asks me to talk about YouTube, or someone at work asks me to talk about one of the other 2 things. I don't like that. It's just... I know I'm putting everything I do out there. I'm recording almost everything I do every day with very few gaps in between. It's I have no privacy anymore. And the less and less of it I have, the more and more of it I want. And when these different worlds find out about each other, I feel violated. Like I said, I don't hide anything. I'm proud of this lifestyle I've chosen. I think living in a van is awesome. I think more people should and can do it. I think it's a potential solution to our housing crisis. I think most of the obstacles I encounter are bureaucratic, societal pressure, trying to get you to buy a house or rent and not do anything else, They're artificial. I think this is great. I'm not ashamed of it. I just don't want to talk about it to people who don't experience it, I'd rather talk about anything else. I don't know, I just had to think about this. I'm still gonna think about this more. Right now, I'm gonna search around Boston for a place to stealth camp for tonight And if I can't find anything, I think I might just drive to Central Mass out of here or something. I don't know, I feel like getting out of Boston all of a sudden. This right here is a street I usually have luck on, but I'm getting here really late, and I'm honestly not seeing anything open. And you know what? I'm kind of happy about that. I don't feel like hanging around Boston. I stayed here for like 3 nights, I think, last time I was here, and when I get here and I do my day downtown, I feel like it just takes everything out of me, and suddenly I want to leave. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I started this channel at a very tumultuous time in my life. I was giving up my lease, becoming voluntarily homeless, buying my first car in 20 years and moving into it, you know, like going all in all at once. I just wanted to chronicle the whole thing in case it all imploded and was a disaster. Turns out it hasn't been a disaster. It's been the best thing I've ever done. My YouTube channel has become moderately successful, and people write me all the time saying, you know, thank you, I watch you, and I appreciate all that. That said, talking about my YouTube is becoming a more and more time-consuming element of my day, with like friends, with family. I don't want to talk about it with coworkers. I need a break from talking about living in a van and YouTube editing. You know, I need like a fourth place where I don't have to talk about that stuff endlessly and constantly explain myself. You know, part of being a YouTuber, vlogging the way I'm doing, is you have to learn to tell your story as it's happening, you know? You just train yourself. What am I about to do? Why am I doing it? Here's my thought process. I feel like I've gotten kind of good at it, but it just kind of like resets your mind, or so to speak, that you feel like you constantly have to explain yourself, and you want time off from having to explain yourself. So people could be talking to me at work, my friends, and I get all defensive and I clam up and I just don't want to talk. Like I want to talk about the news or the weather, and that's all I want to talk about. And it's making me kind of like, I don't know, possibly an unfriendly person. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain this unless you're experiencing it yourself. And of course, there is endless night work on the Mass Pike. It never ends, I swear to God. 4 lanes being crammed down into 1 for miles and miles. It's like this every night. Yeah, I could use a little stretch of my legs and my neurons for a little bit before I continue. I just realized I've been talking to you guys and I don't know where I'm going tonight. I don't feel like going back to Cabela's in Holyoke because that would be the 3rd week in a row at that place, and I don't like being that visible. I hadn't been there in like 4 months prior to that. I might go all the way. I might go to New York. I don't know. I'm not that tired right now, even though it's getting kind of late. But before I do anything, before I stealth, I'm going to use a bathroom here at the Ludlow Plaza. Damn, this place is totally dead. I could actually use some of this stuff. I was very tempted to get this USB charged flashing light frisbee back there. I thought it'd make for a great video. I just like flashing colored lights. Some of these trucks, I swear, do too. I've seen some of them so modded with like hundreds of unnecessary lights. Anyway, I decided where I'm going tonight. I'm not going to Cabela's. I'm gonna go all the way to the Berkshires. I considered sleeping right here because there is another van here, obviously spending the night. Problem is, this is just like nowhere I want to be in the morning. I'm very tempted just to park in this main street in this small town I just drove through. I didn't see any like restrictions on these parking spaces. I guess you can park overnight. But I'm not. I'm gonna sleep in ye old Walmart tonight. Hopefully I don't have any problems. Now I am getting to this Walmart just a few minutes before they close. That's good. That's usually when I like to arrive, and I like to kind of camp out over here next to this big bush. Yeah, I don't take anything for granted though. I'm still gonna stealth up, pet up all my windows. Before I do that, I'm gonna go outside and turn on my secret camera. You guys may remember I have two cameras back here now. The one on the left is my Autovox that's next to my driver's seat. This one right here goes to a little screen by my bed. And the power is on and it should be facing perfectly towards the Walmart. Just like that. That's what the screen looks like next to my bed. I'm gonna stealth up all my windows as well. Maybe it's time for me to do a refresher on the concept of stealth. Stealth is not making my van literally disappear. It looks like a camper van now. I realize that. Stealth is not letting anyone outside know for sure that there's a person sleeping inside. That's the point. You don't want any light coming out. You don't want any sound coming out. I just use this half-inch, actually not even half-inch, quarter-inch green guard that I covered in Gorilla Tape. And it has worked exceptionally well at blocking this window. I've got another one back here in my shower. So back here in my shower, I just have the same thing, just a little pad with some Velcro I put on the corners. It tucks behind the lock right there and then just Velcros onto this little strip right here. This one came off unglued, I guess, but that does the trick. Last but certainly not least, my blackout blinds. I just got one of these from the Walmart right here, I think. These things do a great job. You just have to make sure to cover, go around all the seams, make sure there's no light coming out. I'm positive that's good. So now I'm gonna get ready for bed. It's actually almost 11 already. This is my command and control stealth center back here. I love this thing, this camera. It's nice to have a set of eyes looking out when all my windows are blinded out. Best thing is now, since the last time I've been here, I have this skylight. So I am right underneath a light. It's like moonlight lighting up the space back here. This video is going to have to go in tomorrow because I am still processing that thing at work yesterday, the trust fall type thing where we had to talk about our private lives, and I didn't want to. I need to think about how to handle a situation like that. I'll pense about it more tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys again in the morning. Let's see. Yeah, just like I expected, no problems at all here at Walmart. Looks like a very gloomy day, completely overcast. Not sure what the weather is supposed to be like. It's also kind of chilly. Yeah, I'm not ready for the cold weather. I gotta grind for another day, folks. Apparently some gasoline got loose at this gas station over here. They had to shut the whole thing down and hose it down. I've never seen that before. I just got some fuel. I just got out of work for the day, did a little gym routine. Yeah, it's been a very gloomy day. My kind of weather, actually. I like this. It's getting noticeably colder. I thought I'd run over and do a nice, good vacuuming of my car. Here we go. I'm gonna take this car wash booth, whatever it is, right here at the end. So even though I'm parked here, I want to use this car wash over here because the vacuum is this thing right here. It's just easier access. The real tragedy here, I just noticed, is this carpet. This rug that I got for my staging video of the inside of my van, it is just starting to get torn up at the edges. I did try to burn that to sear it, and it is just starting to get coated and coked in dirt and grime. Had a few minutes of light left after I cleaned my car, so I came here. This is Peru Center Cemetery, elevation 2,200 feet, the highest cemetery in Mass. This is what I did my first YouTube video about. You know, when I started my YouTube, my original intent for the channel was to do a travel thing, featuring all these different places, featuring a lot of cemeteries, actually. I never intended for me to be the subject of the video, But a few videos in, I got into the van life thing, got myself a van, and the rest is history. I guess living in a van is a more interesting story than a YouTube channel about cemeteries. You know, I'm okay with that though. It's worked out well. Like I said, the YouTube, this has been great for me. Just, not just having a hobby, but having like a platform to tell my story, I guess, to become a better public speaker, to learn the art of storytelling, and also to have a company while I troubleshoot all these issues and problems I encounter. Comments, feedback, all of that stuff. But like I said, I'm trying to get back to the main theme of this video. When the camera shuts off, like, I'm done, you know? I'm done talking about myself. When I run into friends or family or people I haven't seen in a while, all they want to talk about is my YouTube. And I'm just sick of doing that. Anyway. Yeah, I didn't film much today. Another long day. I think I'm going to get to a sleeping spot tonight. Not sure where. And then I'll tell you guys a bedtime story. But for now, I'm going to watch what's left of this sunset. Not much of a sunset. Just kind of a blue, gloomy, overcast thing. Yeah, I'm in a safe spot tonight. I just need to leave early in the morning and not make any noise. I am stealthing, all padded up over here on my windows. I don't know if you can even see. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm wearing sweatpants because it is cold. We've had this smoke from those Canadian forest fires, decreasing the luminosity. I think that's contributing to the lower temperatures lately. It's like 58 degrees or something out there right now, which is crazy. I have to start worrying about the winter. That's nuts to me. I don't want to do all that. Yeah, I don't know what this video was about. I'm not even sure I'm going to upload it. Van life, YouTube, work, when worlds collide. Maybe that's what I'll title this video. I'll leave you on one piece of advice, though. If you are going to live in a vehicle, you're going to have the easiest time if you keep it as close to your chest as possible. Don't tell anyone unless you absolutely have to. Don't start a YouTube channel. You know, it's weird that I even have one because I'm an extremely private person. Always have been. Kept my social circle very small. Don't talk to strangers. Don't like all of that stuff. And here I am talking to a camera. And you're watching it, so thanks for doing that. Thanks for watching whatever this was. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just blabbing. And I upload it the next day. So thank you, everyone. Until next time, peace out.